She appeared to be a woman in need, a young widow seeking a new beginning. But behind her sad eyes was a chilling emptiness, a void where compassion should have been. For this was no ordinary woman. She was a predator, and her farmhouse was the perfect hunting ground. Welcome to my channel. Today we will meet the ghoulish ghost of LaPorte, Indiana. The story of Belle Gunness. Belle Gunness was born Brynhild Paulsdatter Sturset in 1859 in a small village in Norway. She grew up poor, dreaming of a better life across the ocean. In 1881, she immigrated to the United States and changed her name to Belle. She met Mads Sorensen, fellow Norwegian immigrant, and they married. Together, they opened a candy store in Chicago, which mysteriously burned down in 1884. And soon after, Mads himself died under mysterious circumstances. On the one day his two life insurance policies overlapped, Belle collected the money and moved to LaPorte, Indiana. It was here that she would meet her second husband, Peter Gunness. Within a year, Peter would die in a bizarre kitchen accident. Belle claimed that a sausage grinder had fallen on his head, killing him instantly. The police believed her, and with the insurance payout, she grew the farm even bigger. It was a sprawling 320-acre spread with a large farmhouse and plenty of space for, well, anything Belle wanted. And what she wanted most was money. So she placed an ad in the newspaper, a wealthy widow looking for a strong man to help run her farm. She promised land, love, and a future. Men responded, arriving at her farm carrying cash, eager to start a new life. But once they stepped foot on her property, many were never seen again. Rumors began to spread throughout the Midwest. A mysterious woman in Indiana was killing men and burying them on her property. At first, the police dismissed it as gossip. That was until they received a letter from Belle's brother. He too had been taken in by Belle's web. And now he feared for his own safety. When officers searched the farmhouse, they found evidence of a struggle. Furniture was overturned, a window was broken, and there were signs of a recent fire. But the house was empty. Belle was gone. Years passed and the case grew cold. Then in 1908, everything changed. Belle's farmhouse caught fire in the middle of the night. Investigators found the charred remains of her children and what they believed was Belle herself. But the body was headless and something wasn't right. The corpse was too short, too small, and too different. Many believed Belle had faked her death, planted a decoy body, and escaped. After all, she had done it before. When her candy store burned down, she filed an insurance claim and walked away with enough money to buy a farm. A suspicion fell upon her again when another victim came forward claiming that he, too, had been taken in by the wiles of Belle Gunness. As authorities dug through the farm, they uncovered a horrifying secret. Body after body, buried in shallow graves and hidden in the pig pen. Some were dismembered. Some had quicklime poured over them to speed up decomposition. Among the remains, they identified victims from several states. Men who had answered Belle's ad and trusted her enough to bring her their life savings. Estimates say Belle Gunness may have murdered over 40 people. Men, children, even women who stood in her way. All for money, and perhaps for the pleasure of killing. But the biggest mystery still remains. Did she really die in that fire? Or did she vanish into the crowd, change her name again, and live out the rest of her life in peace? Rumors claim she was spotted in Chicago. Others said she fled to California. But the truth is, no one knows. The case was never closed. And the true number of her victims was never confirmed. In the end, Belle Gunness became more than a murderer. She was a manipulator, a con artist, and a master of deception. She used love as bait and turned her farm into a graveyard. But why? What drove a woman to such sinister acts? Was it greed, power, or simply the thrill of the hunt? We may never know. But one thing is certain, her story continues to haunt us today. Over a century later, her legend lives on in the shadows of LaPorte, Indiana, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the hearts of men. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and joining our community. Your support helps us continue bringing these stories to life. Till next time, stay safe and watch your back. You never know what might be lurking around the corner.